All right, today's project, I've been procrastinating for a week, but I am going to install a roof fan for ventilation in the back. I've been debating between putting it forward in the where there's currently a cutout available, or do I land it in the middle, or do I put it all the way aft? I've decided to go queen size bed at the back of the van, so I'm going to land the fan in this rearmost section. Now the problem with the Promaster is these ribs prevent the fan from landing flush. Found this company online on eBay that makes an adapter. Ordered that. It's going to be sealed with some 5200 style marine adhesive. The 3M 5200 product is amazing, awesome stuff. The Loctite, I guess this is their version. It was less expensive, and you know, if I were putting a through hull on a boat below the waterline, I would absolutely use the 5200. But for a roof on a van, I'm going to try this less expensive product. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to cut it out in a few years' time and redo it. But I think I'm going to be fine for the life of the van. Then I just went with the basic, fantastic fan, manual opening, manual controls. I'm just going for simplicity here, simple and basic. And then this is the internal ring screen and some butyl tape to mate the adapter ring to the fan. I just painted the cut edge with Rust-Oleum white paint that I had here in the garage. Although I'm realizing now I forgot to file it. I should have filed, because it's still a sharp edge. All the little cut marks from the little sharp bits from the blade, those are gonna rub, chafe, and wear the paint off pretty quick, which is then going to potentially cause rust. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll go over it again in a little bit, second coat. Oh, this could ruin your day. I'll have to cut those. All right, so ultimately there is, I'm gonna insulate with spray foam, put a headliner in, and then there is the insert that still needs to go on the inside of the fan. But that's all gonna happen later. And I don't have a house battery bank just yet to wire up the unit. So that is all pending. All right, we get temporary power applied. You should never use wire nuts in a moving vehicle because the vibration can cause them to short and fall off, but instead you want to use butt splice crimp connectors. I just don't have any. I ran out, so and it's temporary anyway. I just wanted to test it out off the engine battery. So let's see here. We're gonna go vent out and we'll go low. There it is.
And I believe there's like a safety cutoff. If you close the hatch, I think the fan shuts off. I'm incorrect. All right, well that feels pretty good. Let's try reversing, blow air in. Whew. And on. All right, so that's air coming in. Oh yeah, that feels good. All right, show you my wiring. I'm just running off the engine battery until I get the house bank purchased. So I ran a speaker wire, or sorry, lamp cord, 16 gauge. It's about 21 feet of cable run. Just one under the seat, just under the floorboard in this one little section. Got an inline fuse. I think I only need a 4 amp fuse, but I went 7.5 in case I want to add some lights on that same circuit. And then I just tied the ground into the battery terminal. I should move this over to its own terminal, but I think that's an M6. 1/4 inch SAE is a little too small. I don't have any metric hardware with me, so temporary. It's fused, and I tapped off of this existing terminal. Same thing here. I should move this guy over to one of these terminals. It's not in use, but we'll get to that eventually.